Welcome to video 2 of the Solution Superhighway. In today's video, we are going to introduce the simple three-step process to problem solving and begin mining for gold in life's challenges. All right, let's take a moment and review what we learned in video 1. Now, we learned that even though our brain is equipped with the tools to discover and innovate new possibilities and solutions, we still battle with change because our primal mind seeks safety. Now, on a challenge course out in the middle of rural Utah in 2010, a trainer by the name of Adam T. West, yeah, like Batman, introduced the basis of a formula for facing challenges that has revolutionized how I see problems that we encounter in our lives. Now, expanding and investigating these elements, I would like to share with you our findings and a simple three-step process to moving through challenges. Now, the 3 stages of problem solving. Stage 1 is trial and error, guess and test, if you will. When we encounter a problem, we get to investigate the problem and eventually take action. There are certain things in life where we really don't know clearly what the problem and the solutions may be until we're actually in it. We discover by taking action. For example, a couple things for me. Traveling. I can investigate and understand traveling all I want, but until I'm in that country, I don't know what it's going to be like. Marriage for me was very different before I was married and after, as far as my understanding of what marriage would be like. Leadership at work, for example. It's very different in a leadership role versus looking at my leaders and saying, that's easy. Now, making training videos, what I'm doing here today, is very different conceptualizing the possible challenges I would see versus actually doing it. I had to guess and test and get into that problem and lean into it in order to see some of the realities of it. Parenthood is a great example of I didn't have any clue what the challenges would really look like until I was actually a parent. So guess and test suggest getting into the problem and experimenting. Just try something, anything, and see if it works. As we come across an error, we receive information. So in this stage of guess and test, do something. Take action and see if it works. Trial and error creates data that we can actually learn from. Test. It's okay to make mistakes. Now, some trial and error comes with a little risk in making a mistake. Simply a time expense that's small or a financial expense that's small. While some have larger expense components to the risk of taking action and performing that step. Now, one tool that we can use right now is called the DECIDE model. Has anyone ever heard of this model when facing an obstacle? DECIDE. It's an acronym for DECIDE. This is how I remember it. D, defining the problem, going beyond the symptoms and actually getting specific. What is the real problem? Getting clear about what the problem really is. Many times we are treating the symptoms and don't really take the time to really define the cause of the problem. So define the problem. E, enumerate the alternatives. What are your choices in any given circumstance? What are the options? Start by brainstorming in the possibilities. Make a list. Get ideas about ideas. Get research. Survey friends and family, different companies, different clients. Do something that I enjoy is called the Delphi approach, where you present a problem to a committee, then everyone separates and comes up with as many ideas as possible, then joins back together to share. C, collect the relevant data. Reinforce the options with backed information and data. List pros and cons of options, examples, case studies, and the like. I, identify the best solutions. What is the most important possible solution for you in this obstacle? And only you get to really decide that, along with those who are affected by the problem. D, develop a plan for implementation. What are the steps? And then begin to take action. In this phase here, we develop a possibility for action and then experiment by taking action. And finally, E, evaluate the results. Revise the plan if necessary and repeat the whole process. So my challenge to you is identify one challenge you have faced or currently are facing in your career or home life, and how have you or can you guess and test possibilities on this challenge. Take 30 minutes or more and use the DECIDE model. Experiment a bit. In conclusion, until we take action, we may not have all the information that may be essential to solving this problem. Don't sit and just stare at the wall. Begin testing different methods so you can jumpstart the mental solution finding process. In the next video, step 2 in the problem solving process and how to break free from the challenge merry-go-round of life. We'll see you there.